got some tickle bitties and you don't know how to swing? Well, I'm here to help you. Next, you want to tuck your right arm and lay your left arm on top of that mommy milker. Bombs away?
Bombs away indeed. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the Sports Morning Espresso Shot. I'm your host, Will from Game On, and this is going to be a hell of a show. We have a lot to talk about today. So sit back, relax, sip on the delicious 1775 coffee that you got in your hand, that I know you got in your hand right now. Let me tell you what's on the menu today. We're going to talk about the NFL schedule. It's that time of the year where they leak half the schedule out. So we'll talk about that in a second. But I didn't realize I knew we were having the NBA lottery draft last night. I knew we were going to talk about it today. I didn't know we were going to talk about it as much as we are going to, but I'll probably start off with that because, oh boy, the NBA is back at it. Shenanigans, just proving how much it's a joke. It's totally rigged and a joke. It's hilarious. We're going to get into that. What was that? Oh, we have basketball stuff to talk about last night. Celtics done. Blow it up more than than Jason Tatum blew out his Achilles last night. Just kidding. I don't know if it was Achilles. It looked like it's Achilles. It seems like everyone in every sport is blowing Achilles now. It's like the new phenomenon in sports injuries. Everyone blows out an Achilles. But seriously though, they need to split up Brown. Brown's for sure got to be gone, right? I don't know how you move Brown though with that contract. Don't know how you do it. I don't know how you move. I don't think they would move Tatum, but I don't know how you move Tatum now with that injury. I know that he'll come back from it, but still, not great. But we got that to talk about. We had some hockey last night, baseball yesterday, the NBA lottery. What else do we got? Pablo Torre doubling down on his take about Bill Belichick being gone. We got Chris Berman. Man, we got so much to talk about. So I'm glad you guys are here with me this morning. Beautiful, beautiful Tuesday morning. Hey, the hat came. Look at this. My New England Patriot, Donald Trump. Look at that. 47 on the side right there. Booyah, baby. Got that one. This one came in too. Look at that one. Got that one. And the Justin Tugger jersey gets here today. But let's say hello to all you fine folks here. Jucked and Rumble. How about the rigged NBA lottery? We're going to get into that, sir. We are going to get into that. The only way Dallas gets rid of Luka for the first pick assurance. That's true. NBA was looking for their Ohtani with a big market team. That's right. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about. I'm going to show you how it's. I'm going to tell you how it's provable that they rigged it. Dodge 6 says the winner of the previous year's Super Bowl always starts off the new season. Yes, this is true. We just don't know who the opponent was going to be. But now we do. Even before it's officially announced, we know it's the Dallas Cowgirls. What's up, Grass Guy? How we doing? Patriots in the house. What up, Patriot? Patriot, how you feeling? How you feeling about taking on the Eagles, defending champs, Thursday night to start the season? Ugh. I blame Chinese shoes. China. Good morning, Leslie. How we doing? Yeah. So, hold on. Let me get everything set up and situated. A lot of people think, you know the saying, they're playing chess, not checkers. And I think it's neither. Especially when you're talking about billionaires. They became billionaires for a reason, ruthless. They got to the top somehow. Usually not all the nice way of getting to the top of things, but I don't blame them. But I don't think these billionaires are playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. I just think it's corrupt. And that's exactly what we saw here. The Dallas Mavericks got the number 1 pick in the NBA lottery. So they get the Cooper flag. They get Cooper flag. Dallas Mavericks, congratulations. Here you go. It's you won the Cooper flag sweepstakes. You know, there you go. Threw you a bone. They threw you a bone. Now I'm not even gonna get into the context yet of why this is rigged. Let's just do the math. Okay? Simple math was Dallas Mavericks had a 1.8% chance to get the number 1 overall pick. 1.8%. So you're saying there's a chance. Okay. The exact order of it being Dallas 1, Spurs 2, Sixers 3 had a 0.0014% chance of happening. Okay. Oh, by the way, everyone's looking at the Dallas pick. Look at Philly. Philly got to keep their pick, and they got the 3rd overall pick. Because remember, their pick was only top 6 protected. Had it landed 7 or later, it was going to be an OKC pick. The NBA couldn't let OKC get the 7th overall pick, right? Right? Interesting. And then, so just simple math. There is a chance. There was a 1.8% chance that the Mavs were going to get the number 1 overall pick. Now, it might be believable that this was a miracle. Right? If it wasn't every single year, there seems to be a miracle that fits a narrative. I mean, you had the Cleveland Cavaliers, who 3 out of 4 years got the number 1 overall pick. Just so happened when LeBron was coming back to Cleveland, they got the number 1 overall pick, which they used to trade for Kevin Love. Funny how that works out. Funny how, what was it, 2011, 2012, when the NBA sold the Charlotte, what was it, Charlotte Hornets or whatever? No, not Charlotte Hornets. It was the New Orleans Hornets, right? Ended up becoming the Pelicans. When they sold the team, they found an owner, right? They found someone to buy this team, get it off their hands. Great. Just so happened that team happened to get the number 1 overall pick that year. Just so happened. Okay. Just so happened. Cleveland ended up with the number 1 overall pick the year LeBron was being drafted. You know, the hometown kid. Okay. It's a joke. It's a joke. And then let's talk about the Spurs. The Spurs end up, I mean, it was a miracle the year they got they got Wemby a couple years ago. They had a slim chance and they got it, throwing Pop a bone. Now look at this. Now, and this is how you know it's rigged too, because they're like, listen, we can't just throw the Mavs up top at 1 and then the other teams, which by the way, the Charlotte Hornets, the Jazz, and the Wizards combined had a 42% chance of one of those teams getting the top 1, and they go 4, 5, and 6. Right. Because we're just looking at the math. That's a very, very slim chance. Like I said, 0.0014% chance that it ended up Mavs 1, Spurs 2, Sixers 3. Huh. You know what? I'm not all opposed to this either. It's fine. There's clear corruption here. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with them rigging however they want to rig it. But just don't lie to us about it. That's the thing that I don't like, right? Go ahead, be corrupt. Collude. Bail out the Mavs. Say, hey, thank you for trading Luka to the Lakers. Oh my gosh, we have Luka in the Lakers. That's going to help the NBA for the next 10 years. Thank you. Here's your reward. You're going to get the number 1 overall pick. That's fine. That's part of the deal. That's part of the deal. Now think about that trade, because that trade didn't make any sense, right? You traded Luka for AD, hell of a player, when he's out there. And what happened? He ended up getting injured right as he went. You know what I mean? A hell of a pick. I mean, He's a hell of a player. Great defender. Probably the best defender in the league still. When he's healthy, once again. But, like, that's it? No. No. Now, if you said we're going to give you AD and Cooper Flag, then okay. Now we're talking. Now we can at least say, hey, this makes a little bit of sense. I could see it. Okay. I can see it. And that's exactly what happened. Now, I'm okay with all this colluding, corruption, all that kind of stuff. Just don't lie to us about. Don't act like this is all on the up and up. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Right? But the NBA is a joke. It's a joke. And they're just fueling the conspiracy theorists who are right in this. They're right. They're absolutely right. The NBA lottery is a joke. It's rigged. Why do they even pretend like it's not? So, congratulations, Dallas Mavericks, for beating the odds. And congratulations to the Spurs and the Sixers. I have heard the Spurs are very interested in trading away that number 2 pick to the Milwaukee Bucks for Giannis. Obviously, with some players attached to it and whatnot to make salaries match. But don't be surprised if San Antonio is not picking there at 2. I don't know. Let me know what you think, though, about the draft. Do you think this was on the up and up and clean? And there's no way that this thing was rigged. Dallas just got so lucky. The basketball gods' karma was on their side. They felt so bad for the Mavs fans that this was the right outcome. Or do you believe it's completely rigged? Let me know in the comments below. Smash the like button. I'll see you guys on the next video. Oh, yeah. Clipping that one out. Okay, sorry, guys. I had to get that. It's been a while since I've just done a straight standalone segment like that. I felt good. What up, Alan? Alan's here. How you doing? Pedro says he loves it. You always win the opener. Good luck, sir. Good luck. B. McCormick's in the house. What up, B. McCormick? How we doing? I see some people over on the YouTube side. I'll get there in a second. Eric John Pizza Artist. What up, buddy? How you doing? Celtics, no bueno. Oh, we're going to talk about the Celtics. The Celtics. Freaking bums. Rob Con's here. They helped the Lakers so the NBA got what they wanted. Yes, absolutely. They're like, listen, you sent Luka to the Lakers. Give LeBron a chance to win another ring. Probably not this year, maybe next year, depending on what it is. But also, the bigger point is Luka's going to be in LA for at least the next 10 years. Perfect. Pelicans trade Davis and get the number 1 pick. Yep, there was that. But the Pelicans, when they first got the team with the new ownership, they happened to get the number 1 pick, which ended up being Anthony Davis. Funny how that worked. What are the odds of Mavs trading to the Lakers? That'd be so funny. If the Mavs were just like, hey, we kind of want Luka back. Can we trade you? Can we trade you Cooper Flag? Can we give you this pick so we have Luka back? We're buyer's remorse or seller's remorse. I don't know. We're having second thoughts about this one. Would I trade Luka for Davis and Flag? No, I would not. If I were the Mavs in that spot and I knew I was getting Anthony Davis and Cooper Flag, no. Because Luka's that damn special. You don't trade a guy like that away. What up? 8 Fuzzy. Chinese checkers. That's right. Chess and checkers and Chinese checkers. That's what they're doing. That is funny. Good morning. Hope you're all are having a good day. Man, we have so much to get to. I couldn't believe that lottery. I guess we should also round out. I don't know if anyone really cares, but the Hornets get 4, Jazz get 5, Wizards 6, Pelicans 7, Brooklyn Nets 8, Raptors 9. Every one of these teams fell down a couple spots because you had the Mavericks, Spurs, and Sixers who were not supposed to be up there, and they're magically up there. Rockets 10, Portland 11, Chicago 12, Hawks 13, and the Spurs 14. The Spurs have the second and the 14th. I'm telling you, don't be surprised if they make a trade, if they make that move. AD plays 30 games a year. He's always hurt. This is true. When AD, now listen, you can't guarantee this, but you could guarantee me that AD was going to play a full season healthy. I could see you taking a shot at it if you knew you had at least one season where he was going to be healthy and you could put the right pieces around him and that would be your all in year. Maybe. We will see. Hey, speaking of the NBA, let me tell you a little bit about NBA 2K25. Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to NBA 2K25, the daily live event where the intensity of the NBA playoffs comes straight to your screen. Every day, we spotlight all the teams that have made it to the playoffs, capturing every electrifying moment from the jaw-dropping buzzer beaters to thunderous dunks. Imagine sitting courtside as the action unfolds in real time. That plus you right in the middle of all that excitement. Whether you're backing your favorite team or just love the raw energy of high-stakes basketball, NBA 2K25 delivers the pulse of playoff action like no other. So gear up, get comfortable, and join us live because every play, every pass, and every moment matters. Your ultimate courtside experience starts now. Scan that QR code. Scan it and go check it out. Scan it and go check it out. Rob Cohen says, yeah, the 2nd and the 14th with a player for Giannis. Yeah. I mean, they might keep the 14th because it's really because what the Spurs could do, they really do need they need a shooter or some sort of someone. And at 14, you can find someone that's a prospect that could end up developing into a good shooter. So maybe they keep the 14 because it's not really all that valuable. And they have to send some players anyways. But I mean, think about it. All it would take would be the number 2 pick there. This is my opinion. Number 2 pick, and you trade away one of your guys. Obviously, you're not trading Fox or Wemby, but you would love to hang on to Steph Castle. But if that was the sweetener with Steph Castle in the number 2, but you get Giannis, you do it. Yeah, it sucks to get a loose Castle, but you do it because then you're going to have Wemby, Giannis, and De'Aaron Fox, plus whatever other pieces you put around them. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I don't even know where to start. Or I guess lead into next. I have so many different things up here. I guess we'll start with let's do this. NFL schedule. Where's it at? I don't know why I can't find it all of a sudden. Well, it's that time of the year again where the NFL announces Wednesday we are going to have our big schedule release. So what we know now is we know already every team, and we've known this for months now, who's going to play who, right? Obviously, you know the division stuff, but we know who's going to be playing who, strength of schedule and whatnot. We just don't know the order. So that's what they're going to do. It's going to be confirmed. We're going to know the order, what dates these teams are playing each other. But it's that time of the year again where the NFL says, you got to wait till Wednesday. Well, unless you're one of our reporters that we really like and we're going to leak the schedule. I don't get why they leak half the schedule. I don't get why they do it. All the big games or expected to be big games, they leak to their favorite reporters so they get to put it out first. Now, if I sound bitter about it, I am. I don't blame those reporters. I do the same damn thing. If the NFL came to me and gave it to me, I would do it too. Please, NFL, do it. But I just don't get why. Why do we do this every year? What's the point of having a scheduled release if you're going to link half the damn thing out there before the big announcement? Seems kind of dumb. But here's some of the things that we know so far. Week 1 opening game is going to be Cowboys and Eagles. We obviously knew it was going to be Eagles, defending champs. They start things off that Thursday before the first Sunday of football. Well, that's going to be week 1. Black Friday, we're going to have, in week 13, we're going to have the Bears at the Eagles. Eagles are getting a lot of primetime games this year. I mean, as they should. They're the defending champs. Bears at the Eagles. That'll be fun. Good Black Friday game. Week 16, Fox Saturday doubleheader. Eagles again. Eagles at Commanders. Ooh, that's going to be a good one. Week 16. And then the Packers at the Bears. The Bears. Christmas week, we got Broncos at the Chiefs. I think that's the night game on Christmas. Let's see what else. Ari is always in the know on these things. He gets all the draft picks before they announce. He gets all these other, he gets stuff leaked to him all the time. Good for him. That's that week 16 doubleheader because they're doing. There's a peak. Was it Peacock or Netflix is getting one of the? I think it's Peacock is getting the Saturday before, like Saturday of week 17. I think is what they get. Yeah, the NFL announced that Peacock will exclusively stream a Saturday night game in week 17, scheduled for December 27th. So, some fun things there with the schedule. We'll know everything tomorrow on that, but I don't know why they leak it. It makes no sense. Just put the whole damn thing out there. Patriot says my sources are better. Of course they are. Of course they are. Without a doubt. We got to get into the games. Oh, by the way, the Mavericks. So Dallas won the NBA and WNBA lottery in the same year. But it's not rigged. It's not rigged. No, it's not rigged. Not rigged. I'm going to sneeze. Yep. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Let's talk about last night's NBA. Speaking of the NBA, let's talk about last night's games. Let's talk about last night's game. Celtics, Knicks. Ooh, baby. Celtics are in trouble. Series is over. They're down 3-1. They lost tape. Now, listen, if you were over at gameon.locals.com with me in the live chat, you would have been making some money. So we took the Knicks, we sold the Knicks, took the Celtics. They came roaring back, sold the Celtics, bought some of the Knicks again. And then where I screwed up was I bought some of the Celtics again. And this is why you have to be paying attention because it was chaotic in my house at the end of this game. I was lucky to even be able to catch the end of it. But, it's like dinner time / time to get the kids into the bathtub and get them ready for bed and stuff like that. So it's just chaos in my house. And you need to really not be betting or grabbing those Kalshi picks if you're not watching the game. Because had I known that Tatum blew out his what seemed to be Achilles and was not there for the final 3 minutes of the game, it would have made sense why the Celtics were down all of a sudden. And I wouldn't have taken the Celtics. Which I did, so that was stupid of me. But Tatum was having an all-time game, one of his career best. It was very exciting in the fourth quarter. I mean, as you can see, Tatum missed the last 3 minutes there, but he still had 42 points in the game. This was like Brunson, Tatum, blow for blow, just blow for blow, and yeah, teams going back and forth of retaking the lead. It was great, and then the injury happened, and I'll see if I can find it real quick. Let's see, Jason Tatum. Now I don't know. I haven't seen. I guess I can look up there, but he went down, grabbing the back of his ankle. Here's the play. He went down. He looked like he was in pain, and it seems like everyone's just blowing out their ankles right now. But here's the play. So I know it's kind of hard to see there, but he went to go for the ball, the loose ball there, goes to plant off right there, Doesn't really look like he twists his ankle or anything. And then he just goes straight down. And his ankle kind of pops out to the side like that. So he doesn't really roll his ankle, which makes you think it's either a calf issue or an Achilles. And since he really wasn't grabbing at his calf and he was grabbing straight at his ankle, as you can see, hopping off like that, he got a famous wheelchair photo. If I was an athlete, I know you're very emotional in that time, but I'd be rocking out. I'd be posing. I don't know. I'd do something cool because you got your wheelchair moment. They roll you out in the wheelchair. But sad news for Tatum there after having what could have been one of the all-time. I mean, it was one of his best performances ever, and do it in a playoff game at Madison Square Garden to tie the series up. If he would have not got injured and somehow led the Celtics back to a win there, that would have been a nice little achievement and a little memory that he could have put into, a little highlight for his career when it's all said and done. Good news for him is if it's just an Achilles, it's just an Achilles. These things heal. Technology nowadays it's amazing. Yes, he'll miss all of next season, but he'll be back after that. He's young enough. He'll be fine. But yeah, the damn Knicks, dude, are about to be in the Eastern Conference. They're one win away from the Eastern Conference Finals, which I think is just absolutely insane. I immediately ran over to Kalshi and bet more on the Pacers because the Pacers are winning this year. The Pacers are winning tonight. I'm telling you that right now. The Pacers are winning tonight. And the Pacers, and we're going to either have the Knicks or the Pacers in the NBA Finals. That is disgusting. I'm rooting for Indiana because I think Indiana is going to blow past this Knicks team. They can just score like crazy, man. They score like crazy. They're actually kind of fun to watch. But I think so. I went and grabbed more of Indiana to win the East, Indiana to win the NBA title overall. Hell, I already had some on Indiana to win the East down at like 13 or 14 cents. I can't remember. They are now 31 cents. New York Knicks are actually your new favorite to win the Eastern Conference, which I think is just silly. I think that is just silly. But Celtics fan, we got to have a conversation, and maybe we'll have this conversation another day, but you got to blow this whole thing up. You guys are the better team. You're defending champs, and you haven't had anyone do a damn thing this series other than Tatum. Even Tatum wasn't great until this game. This shouldn't even have been a game. You should have been up 3 games to none. In the first 3 games, you had a 20-point lead in the second half. In 2 of those, you blew away. But look at Jaylen Brown when he needed him most. What did he do? Nothing. Derek White. Keep Derek White. He's a good role player. I don't put it on Derek White there. But you have Al Horford out there? Really? And it's hilarious. They keep putting Al Horford to guard Brunson. And it's just, he just works him every single time, dances around him, gets his shot up that he wants, and it goes in more times than not. Porzingis, I don't know what's going on with that fool. I know he's been injured and he's been sick and whatnot, but he's only playing 24 minutes. And when he was playing out there, he really didn't do anything. But yeah, I mean, you gotta start thinking about blowing this up if you can. If you can. Poor Celtics fans, right? They never win anything. They're just cursed. Anyways, let me catch up. What up, Jan? NFL could care less about you. Games are rigged. All lies. They bow. I almost said they blow Satan. They probably do that too. They bow to Satan. Bunch of selfish assholes. Well, yeah, Jan. Duh. Good morning, by the way. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good day. Mavs deserve Ben Simmons. Nico works for the Lakers. Nico looks like the smartest guy in the world. That's why he's so calm and cool throughout this whole thing. The other game last night was the Timberwolves and the Warriors. Man, the Warriors are cooked, aren't they? They're down 3-1 in their series. It's just gross. I'm glad I didn't take the Warriors last night. I did end up Timberwolves were down 2. And here's how I was looking at my Kalshi bets, right? The Timberwolves are down 2 at half. And they're still 57% on Kalshi. Now I went and looked at because I didn't get to see much of the first half. I went and looked at the box score, and I noticed that the Warriors were out rebounding the Timberwolves a lot in that first half. I think it was like 25 rebounds to 12. Now, is that going to happen in the second half? Could. Maybe it's just one of those nights. Maybe they just got it. Or is it more likely the Warriors are just getting a lot of extra chances and it just was kind of a fluke thing in the first half? I went with that. Doesn't mean it doesn't mean it's always going to be right that way, but I was like, Timberwolves are gonna get this. And it did not take long. My 57 cents, I ended up cashing out at 84, and then like a few seconds later it was at 96 because Anthony Edwards went out there. I sold out after he hit his back-to-back threes and they went to timeout and they were up like 13. This thing was a back and forth to start the quarter, back and forth, trading blows, and then Anthony Edwards decides to show up finally in a big spot, carry the team on his back. They put up 39 in the third quarter, and that was all she wrote. Timberwolves win 117-110. Take game 4, headed back to Minnesota up 3-1. What up, Boku? How we doing, buddy? How we doing? So, yeah. Tonight's games are going to be crazy, man. There's a lot on the line here for these. I'm excited. Oh, I don't like this view. Hold on. We're going to go this way. I'm excited for the Nuggets Thunder. But we'll get to that next. Pacers Cavs. Cleveland is a 7.5 point favorite. We don't even know the status of Donovan Mitchell. He got injured at the end of the last game. The Cavs are just banged up. They're banged up. They're injured. Over on Kalshi right now, I think the best bet you can make if you just want money on the floor is the Pacers to win this series. They're not losing 3 in a row. They just aren't. Maybe if this Cavs team was fully healthy, I could buy into it, but they're not. They got big men out there that took time off in this series and come back, and it's just you can't just jump into a middle of a playoff series. It's not good. You're not going to play up to your peak level like you were all season long. Pacers, meanwhile, seem to have figured it out. This team struggled to start the season. They were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Everyone had decent, I don't want to say high expectations, but decent expectations. You know, they felt like they were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and it was a year too early, you know, but maybe, you know, they took a stride, and this year they're going to take another stride and look solid. They started the season off so shaky, but they put it together after the All-Star break, and now look at them. They're one game away from getting back to the Eastern Conference Finals. Hell, I think if they get out of this series, they're going to the NBA Finals. How crazy is that? But money on the floor over on Kalshi is Indiana to win this series. They're at 76 cents. They're basically minus 300. So you lay $3, you're going to get $1 back when they win this thing. Easy. But I think they get it done tonight in some different ways. If you're a gambling man like myself, other ways to get at this is just take them tonight. Let's see. What are they? I mean, the Cavs are 7.5 point favorites. So, I mean, we're looking at least a 2-1 dog, right? Yeah. Pacers versus Cleveland tonight. Game 5 winner. Pacers are at 29 cents right now. You can get over 3-1 return on your money. So if you put $100 in the Pacers on Kalshi right now at the 29 cents, and the Pacers pull it off tonight, your return will be $317. I think they get it done tonight. I really do. I'm going to be on the Pacers tonight. I'm going to put a little bit on them now just in case they get down and that thing drops, and then I can double down. But I'm going to be betting the Pacers all night long. I think they close out against the Cavs. Here's why. Cleveland. I might have believed in Cleveland if they had made Game 4, which was a must-win for them, if they would have showed any effort. But Cleveland gave up after the first quarter in that game, and that usually doesn't bode well for these teams. There's no like, hey, it's a must-win when we go back home in Game 5, right? No, your must-win was in Game 4 on the road there. You had to get that one. You didn't get it, and you quit after the first quarter because you got your ass kicked. You got doubled up by halftime. What was it, 83-39? You're toast. You're cooked. You're done. And we don't even know the status of Donovan Mitchell, if he's going to give it a go or not. I don't agree with this line at all. At all. So give me the Pacers finish. I mean, they're going to win this series one way or another, and I think it happens tonight. Now, the more interesting game, I believe, is tonight. I think tonight, the night game, Nuggets Thunder, I think this game right here will determine who is going to go to the NBA Finals. All this NBA talk, I feel like I'm getting a root canal. -341 says supporting. That's right, because you've got the nice little odds on there. I like that. Buku says, ain't nothing like going 1-6 on the ice and finishing +2. Yeah, is that a baby? You hit a +800 anytime goal scorer. Man. That's good stuff right there, Buku. That's good stuff. But tonight, Nuggets Thunder, I think this one is going to determine who goes. We're going to have to see. I mean, obviously, the Thunder should be 10.5-point favorites after what they did to the Nuggets. The Nuggets look gassed. Remember, they had a 7-game series. They don't have a coach, which I'm just rooting for the Nuggets because I like this whole idea that we could have two teams in the Western Conference Finals, which would be the Timberwolves and the Nuggets, who fired their head coach at the end of the season. Now, Timberwolves did it a little bit with a little bit more time left. Was it I know the Grizzlies fired. No, never mind. Maybe it wasn't the Timberwolves. It was the Grizzlies. I always get those two confused. Either way, the Nuggets did it, and look at the Nuggets. Look where they're at now. I thought the Nuggets really needed the last game to solidify this thing. Now, they'll be fine. It meant more to the Thunder, and the Thunder handled business last game. I just don't know. I mean, it looks like Jokic is he's gassed, man. Which, can you blame him? The dude's getting beat up out there. He gets fouled on every play. Averaging a triple-double in this series. He's getting fouled on every play. But I like it, dude. They let them play. Let the boys play. It's not like they're giving SGA all the calls either. He's getting roughed up too. But whoever wins this game tonight, listen, if the Nuggets win this game, you bet your ass they're going to win this series. Headed back to Denver, they're going to win this series. If the Thunder win tonight, the Thunder are going to win this series. I mean, just the odds tell you when you go up 3-2, I think it's 88% of the time the team up 3-2 wins the series. So there's that. But this game is huge for the Thunder and the Nuggets because I think whoever wins this one, we're either going to see 6 or 7 games. Well, we're going to for sure see 6, so that was a stupid thing to say. We're probably going to see in Game 7 if the Thunder win. Then the Thunder will win that Game 7 at home. The Nuggets can win this one here. I think they can get it done. Game 6, personally. But whoever wins it, I think either of these teams. I think gets past the Timberwolves and heads into the finals. I'm not as impressed with the Thunder as I was going into the playoffs. I think they have some clear flaws, and it's just part of being a young team. But man, they're talented and deep and big and long. And play a great defense. So we will see. We will see. But tonight's game, I'm really excited about watching tonight's game. I don't have I'll probably sprinkle a little bit on the Nuggies just because, I mean, they're at 21 cents right now, so why not? Just to have some in case they take a halftime lead or something. Just in case they take a halftime lead or something. All right, Patriot, we'll get done talking about. I guess, hold on. Let me show you where the money's at on these games. Let me show you where the money is at. NBA. According to the Action Network, Pacers, Cavs 7.5 point favorites. 73% of the money is on the Pacers taking the points. I think that's sharp. I think, as we've seen in these playoffs, you got to sprinkle a little bit on the money line. The spread really doesn't. I know the last couple games we've seen the spread does matter on a last second bucket to cover the 6 points or whatever. But for the most part in the NBA playoffs, the spread doesn't matter. So if you like a dog, might as well take a little bit on the money line. And then the Nuggets, Thunder minus 10.5. Sharp money on the Thunder, but 83% of the money is on the Nuggies. A lot of respect for the dogs tonight to cover the game, at least. 1775 coffee. That's right. Cheers. I got my sweet Maha stainless steel, 1775. Got my delicious anti-aging. Don't I look younger? Don't I look fresh? Alive. There's some mornings in here I look back at the stream, I'm like, God, I look like shit. Especially Monday mornings. Yesterday morning, and just go back and watch every single Monday morning. I'm like, oh my God, look, what did the weekend do to you, sir? You know, I'm the Peaberry dude. I prefer the medium roast. Okay. Medium roast is good. I like the Peaberry. I'm drinking this anti-aging coffee right now, though. It's pretty good. But I'm a Peaberry guy. Premium Peaberry. Premium Peaberry. So that's what's going on in the NBA tonight. Some other things to talk about. Do we want to talk about that? I should probably run through the other games. Let's go through let's go through hockey. We got the Iceman here. Let's go through hockey. Oh boy, good thing I did not take them live. I was thinking about betting the Knights when they were down 2-0. Good thing I didn't. Hurricanes handle business at home, take a 3-1 series lead as they defeat the Capitals 5-2. That series looks like it's over, but it's hockey. Hockey have wild, crazy comebacks all the time, so don't count them out yet. Don't count them out yet. And then the Oilers defeat the Knights 3-0. We're headed back to Vegas with Edmonton up 3-1 in the series. That's going to do it, folks. That's all she wrote. I'm calling it now. These series are done. And that's right. Always more Peaberry, B. McCormick. Always more Peaberry. Tonight we have the Jets and the Stars. Dallas up 2-1 at home. Finally getting some respect. Minus 145 favorites. Let's see where the money is at in the NHL today. Dude. Maybe not. I don't get the Action Network. Look at this. I don't understand them. They'll give me Wednesday's games. They'll give me yesterday's game. They won't give me the games today. It makes not a lick of sense. They'll give me Thursday's games. They got nothing for today, huh? Hey, Action Network, fix your shit. Fix it now. Embarrassing. You do this shit all the time. What up, Eric John Pizza Artist? Let's go Celtics. Yeah, well, that is really cool, though. I saw you took Sunday off, but I know you had a big stream the Sunday before. Hope that all went well. Looks like you're having some fun. Always having a good time. Go check out Eric John Pizza Artist. He does some fun stuff. Baseball yesterday. I bet over in the Canes and under in the Oilers game was a good night on the ice. I had a baby. God, I wish Calci had more. I was thinking about this on Calci. I wish they had more. I wish they would have like for baseball, like Not just straight like over unders, but like, or basketball. What, you could have those little like sections of where the point total is going to land. Like you have 200 and below, and then you have like 200 to 210, and then 211 to 220, 221 to 220 or to 230, so on and so forth. That'd be fun to have a market like that. I also thought that would be fun if Kalshi came up with like for the NFL. And I think I'm going to do something like this for the locals group. Put up some money and have a prize. But what I was thinking was, I think it'd be really cool to have like Justin Jefferson. How many yards is he going to finish with at the end of the season? So like some players' futures. So then you have 0 to 500, 501 to 1,000, 1,001 to 1,500, and so on. Like you could just have them in little sections like that. And obviously it's going to be long shot odds and no one's rooting for anyone to get hurt. But the reason why you'd have the 0 to 500, what if, he blows his Achilles first game of the season, right? So I thought it would be cool to have a market like that with some of the, at least some of the well-known NFL players, the stars. That'd be kind of cool. But I think they definitely should be doing that with totals or the spreads of a game. How much is this team going to win by? Be kind of fun. Could have ranges for points in basketball, baseball. Yes, exactly. It'd be fun. Trying to shove the NBA into the locker, the NBA nerd into the locker. Yes, indeed. But we did have some baseball yesterday. Guardians defeat the Brewers 5-0. I was looking at this one for Kalshi. I put it with the Kalshi group. I said, if the Brewers get up on the Guardians here early, I'll probably take the Guardians to come back and win. Never happened, so never ended up making a bet on it. Guardians did beat the Brewers 5-0 there. Then Robert has been doing good with MLB this season at Sportsbooks, especially if you only bet the first 5 run line. Yeah, he's crushing it. Robert's always crushing it, but he's been crushing it over there for sure. I know he has. And I like because he's been putting up plays every day. That's been nice. Nice to have a little slate of games to look at. I like to comb through and see where his mind's at. Because I already have an idea of what I'm going to be on. And then if I see something that like, oh, he's on the other side of that, maybe I'll just stay away. Robert tends to be right more times than he's wrong. But the Tigers destroyed the Red Sox 14-2. I almost got a bet in on Kalshi when the Tigers were up 2-0 on Red Sox. Wasn't at the number I liked, and I ended up actually tried to submit it, and then the number went away from where I wanted it, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to pass on this. And the next inning, the Tigers put up like 9 runs, and I'm like, thank God I didn't put that bet in. But then the card. Speaking of being right, I told you guys the Sunday night fader. It happens every single time. I'm looking at you, B. McCormick. I know you liked and bet the Phillies -1.5 on the run line yesterday. I told you not to do it. The Sunday night system fader is undefeated this season. And another winner last night. The Cardinals defeat the Phillies 3-2. And you better believe I had the Cardinals and I doubled down on them when the Phillies kept tying the game up. And they kept dropping below 50%. The system, for you guys that don't know the system, Sunday night baseball, if one of those teams, whether it's the home team or the road team, doesn't matter if they win or lose, if one of those teams, if not both, are traveling that night and have to play Monday, you fade them. So the Phillies, who they play yesterday? Or who they play Sunday night? Doesn't matter. Phillies played Sunday night baseball, the night game. Now, yes, they were traveling home. You'd rather have a home team, I think, in my opinion, have to travel and go on the road. But the theory behind it is you got a team, and they played the earlier game too. So that was another red flag. So you have the Phillies playing the Sunday night game, the night game. Now they got to get on a bird. They got to get home. They're going to get home at like 2:30, 3 in the morning. Throws off their whole system. And then they got to be back at the park in a few hours, and then they got a game. Not much you just throw off the routine. The body clocks are all thrown off. They're just out of rhythm. That's the only way I can explain why this thing works. But you fade those teams, and I believe you're a perfect 6 or 7-0 this season so far. Cardinals get it done 3-2. B. McCormick says he didn't. Atta baby. Okay, B. McCormick. That's what I like to hear. You took cards on your card and on Kalshi. That's what I'm talking about. What up, Mighty Megatron? I might bet on the Yankees after they were. I bet on the Yankees after they were down 1-0, Will. Oh, and I believe they came back, didn't they? Atta baby. That was a nice winner there. B. McCormick had a 5-teamer in MLB yesterday. $5 won him $189. Let's go. That pays for the Justin Tugger jersey that we got. Atta baby. Mine's arriving today. Got my hat in, though. My Donald Trump New England Patriot hat. Look at that. 47, baby. America. Mighty Mayor says, yeah, you bet on Seattle, didn't you? I actually forgot to bet him because I forgot we even made that deal. So you won, and I did not bet on Seattle because I hate betting. I can't bet Seattle. Every time I do, they lose. But I'm glad you won. Speaking of winning, the Mets defeated the Pirates 4-3. Paul Skeens, man. Paul Skeens just can't get it done for his team anymore. He's a bum. I've been trying to tell you guys this. You guys were all riding Paul Skeens' dick all last season. My old co-host loved on Paul Skeens, and I know all you guys in the chat loving that Paul Skeens. You're loving it more than what's her name? His old girly friend. You're loving it more than her. And now that bum can't get it done. The hard D. That's right. The hard D. You guys were riding that hard D, that Paul Skeens. Oh, he throws the ball so fast. His team's 14-28. Win a game, Paul. And don't give me the, well, the Pirates need to, they need to give him some support. No, man, don't give up a hit. If you're that good, don't give up a hit. Braves defeat the Nationals 4-3. Cubbies defeat the Marlins 5-2. Man. The Cubs on Kalshi right now are like damn near 80 cents to win that division. I have so much riding on the no. I think they're going to fall apart here soon. I don't think they have the pitching to last the summer, but we'll see. Rangers, well, it was looking shaky, Patriot. That was disgusting. First of all, I don't know why I'm new rule, new system, bet the under I know this has been hitting all season long, but bet under in Rangers home games. That's what we're just going to do. We're just going to bet under because they all go under. And I was checking on the scores, and the Rockies were up 1-0. I think it was the top of the 5th inning. And I go, are you kidding me? Are the Rockies really going to beat the Rangers here? That is going to be disgusting. The Rangers are bad, but they got the win 2-1 against the Rockies. I thought it was going to be funny because the Rockies fired their manager. So it was the first game with their new manager or interim manager. And that would have been funny if they got the win there, but they didn't. So we're all good. Royals defeat the Astros 7-5. Angels defeat the Padres 9-5. That division's wild. Well, the Padres division, that is. Speaking of wild, the Diamondbacks 2-1 victory over the Giants. And then, yes, the Yankees defeat the Mariners 11-5. That is a lot of runs for what is the Mariners? It's not Safeco anymore, right? Is Lumen? Is it Lumen? Let's see. Mariners Stadium name. Oh, it's T-Mobile Park. That's right. Lumen must be the football field. I know it is Safeco. So if you hear me say Safeco, because it's Safeco. All right. That's where I grew up. I grew up with it being Safeco. Was first game back from the road with no rest. Your rest was playing the Rockies, Patriot. That was your rest. You're playing the Rockies. That's like a bye week. Don't talk about stealing that one. Get out of here with that. Stealing it. They almost stole it from you. At some point, there's going to be a point in the season, Patriot, that you're just going to have to come to grips with. The Rangers aren't that good. You let me know when you're ready to have that conversation. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I just spilled my coffee everywhere. Give me a second. Well, good news is didn't get on anything. I'm still cleaning up, but I was worried because it didn't get on anything important, but I thought it was going to ruin my mouse because it did hit my mouse, but we're good. I see what you're saying there, Patriot. Instant karma for slandering the Rangers. The Rangers still suck. I blame them for this. God, I have never done that. At least since I've had this set up. I was wasted some delicious coffee. Hold on. Jet stars under. Ooh. That stuff goes everywhere. Oh, the mouse is okay, though. Well, it's working, so we'll see. Okay, I'm back. I can't believe I spilled that coffee. I wasted such good coffee. Oh, well, there's more. There's more. That shit gets everywhere. You know what's a good thing is, I'm kind of worried because some got on the carpet in here. But I did just buy my wife on Mother's Day. It's right behind me, actually. We get it tested out. I got her one of those portable Most Pro. That's right, baby. I got a portable carpet cleaner. We're going to put that bad boy to the test today. See if we can get these stains out. What up, Alan? Alan, I spilled my coffee. That's what's going on. And I had to quickly clean up because it got on my mouse and all over here. And it was a mess. As you could imagine, with spilt coffee. So we're good. Here, a little palate cleanser for all of us.
You got some tickle bitties and you don't know how to swing? Well, I'm here to help you. Next, you want to tuck your right arm and lay your left arm on top of that mommy milker. Bombs away.
My mouse pad is all freaking wet too. We're gonna let that thing dry today, but we're back, baby. We're back. Oh my God, there's some on the screen here. What are we doing? Good thing we were very, very professional around here. Because not everyone could have handled that situation as well as I did, you know. I mean, so most people would have panicked and had to end the show. Not me. Not me. That's why they call me Most Pro. Hey, let me tell you about NBA 2K25. Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA 2K25, the daily live event where the intensity of the NBA playoffs comes straight to your screen. Every day, we spotlight all the teams that have made it to the playoffs, capturing every electrifying moment from jaw-dropping buzzer beaters to thunderous dunks. Imagine sitting courtside at the action as the action unfolds in real time. That puts you right in the middle of the excitement. Whether you're backing your favorite team or just love the raw energy of high-stakes basketball, NBA 2K25 delivers the pulse of playoff action like no other. So gear up, get comfortable, and join us live because every play, every pass, and every moment matters. Your ultimate courtside experience starts now. Scan that QR code, baby. Tonight's the night to do it, too. Great games tonight, as we've already talked about. Great games tonight. Gonna get you a sippy cup. I know. Put a nipple on that thing. You guys don't want that. You guys don't want that, actually. I moved my water. My water over there. I'm cleaning up and my water's right there. I'm like, my dumbass will spill this thing too. So let's get this out of the way before I do that. Oh. Hey, let's talk baseball today. Brewers Guardians start things off today. Guardians minus 125 home favorites. Brewers plus 110 on the comeback. They're 63% of the money back in the Guardians today. I hope the Brewers get up so we can take the Guardians live. Twins and the Orioles. Orioles minus 130 home favorites. Twinkies plus 110 on the comeback. Sharp money, big money on the Twins there. 84% of the money back in the Twins today. Oh, boy. Oh, my White Sox get a play today. Let's go. The Reds minus 195 favorites against those White Sox. Sharp money and big money back in the Reds with 99% of the money on the Reds. We're taking the Reds, baby. Screw the White Sox. I'm going to start my rollover with the White Sox here. I couldn't bet against the White Sox this weekend because I needed them because I had them in Survivor, and they came through for me. So I'm going to reward them by betting against them. Red Sox and the Tigers. Tigers minus 105. Red Sox minus 115. Can the Red Sox get revenge after that ass whooping yesterday? Big money says yes on the Red Sox. 37% of the bets. 65% of the money taking the Red Sox today. Cardinals and Phillies. Phillies looking for revenge here. Maybe they'll wake up today. Minus 160 home favorites. Cards plus 135 after stealing the game yesterday. Sharp money on the Cards. Big money on the Phillies with 73% of the bets. 84% of the money on the Phillies. Rays, Blue Jays. Blue Jays minus 125 home favorites. Rays plus 105 on the comeback. 57% of the money back in the Blue Jays today. Pirates, Mets. Mets minus 250 home favorites. Damn. plus 210 on the comeback there for the Pirates. Sharp money on the Mets, and 97% of the money is back in the Mets at home. What could go wrong? Nationals and the Braves. Braves minus 235. Woo-wee. Sharp money on the Braves here, plus 195 if you like the Nationals, but 78% of the money is on the Braves today. Marlins, Cubbies. Cubbies minus 250. Big favorites today. Parlay them all. What could go wrong? Cubbies minus 250, Marlins plus 210 on the comeback. Sharp money on the Cubs, 94% of the money back in the Cubs today at home. Rockies, Rangers. Rangers minus 235, home favorite. Sharp money on the Rangers. Rockies plus 196 on the comeback, 90% of the money back in the Rangers. Royals, Astros. Astros minus 145, home favorites. Royals plus 120. Sharp money on the Astros. Big money. Action Network expert taking the Royals today, though. 48% of the bets, but 75% of the money. Look at that differential. That is a 27% differential. Big bets on the Royals today. Woo-wee. And you get them at plus money. How about that? Yankees minus 140, Mariners plus 118. Sharp money on the Mariners. Big money on the Yankees. Action Network expert back in the Mariners today, though, but 89% of the money is on the Yankees to get it done again up at T-Mobile Park. Angels, Padres. Padres minus 200 favorites. Angels plus 175. Sharp money on the Padres, and 96% of the money back in the Padres today. Diamondbacks, Giants minus 105, Diamondbacks minus 115. Sharp money on the Diamondbacks, big money on the Giants, though, with 60% of the bets, 74% of the money on the Giants. And then last game tonight, the A's and the Dodgers. I need the A's to win this game and win this series. Sweep the Dodgers. If the A's sweep the Dodgers, I'm gonna do back. It's not gonna happen because the Dodgers minus 205 favorites tonight. A's plus 170. Sharp money on the A's, 96% of the money on the Dodgers. But if it happens, so I have the A's to win their division on Kalshi at like 5 cents. And then I've got the no on the Dodgers winning their division at like 20 cents. Be huge if the A's could sweep this series. It's not going to happen, but, I could dream about it for a little bit until reality sinks in. You know? Surprised that Frank is into jelly rolls. Lol. He does have a man crush on jelly roll. We pulled that up yesterday. How much time we got left? Oh, we have a few minutes. Let's roll through the old Twitter timeline, huh? Hey, Nico, go ahead and trade Luka to LA. I'll make sure you get the number 1 pick this summer. Bill Simmons, get the fuck out of here. Come on. It was funny. I was listening to Russillo and Bill Simmons the night before so I guess it would have been, well, they were talking Sunday night about it. I think it was Sunday night when they did it. Either way. Well, yeah, I guess that would have been the night before. And they were just laughing about, like, Bill Simmons saying, if this happens, I will be morally upset if the Mavs get the number 1 pick. And they do. Of course they do. Stu Gott says, Nico Harris, chess, not checkers. Oh, boy. So people were roasting Nick Wright for proposing on Colin Cowherd's show. I don't know when that was, but a while ago. He said the Ravens should trade Lamar Jackson straight up for Justin Fields. Listen, you guys can laugh at that all you want. They both got the same amount of Super Bowl rings. So, at the end of the day, they're the same player. One just gets paid a lot more. So, same. Rings. Count them up. Do it. Dude, can you believe this? So, spilt my 1775 coffee this morning. Damn. But the drawing for the Cybertruck, the winner didn't answer their calls, didn't answer the emails. So you had one job, pick up the damn phone. So legally the time ran out. Now they're going to, within 24 hours. So here soon we should find out. Someone should be getting notified who won it. I jokingly commented saying, hey, I thought it was spam. Call me back. It might be spam too. I don't know. I don't think I got picked. But I have this because I have so many damn calls. I don't know if my number must got out there something. But those people that call, hey, you've been approved for a $45,000 loan. I get like 5 or 6 of those a day, and it's so annoying. So I put this spam blocker thing up. So And maybe it thought it was spam. I don't know. Maybe I did get selected. Probably not. Xavier Babadar, aka Chiefsaholic. Remember this Chiefs fan, this wild crazy Chiefs fan? He's going to jail for 32 years. He pulled off a bunch of robberies, I guess, not too long ago in Oklahoma, including trying to rob a bank, or did rob a bank. Either way, not great for him. He's going away for 32 years. Wild story there. This one I don't understand. So Pablo Torre is dying on this hill about Bill Belichick not being the coach week 1. And he's really into this Jordan Hudson story. He's the one that reported that she's not welcome at the facilities anymore. And then UNC came out and said, no, she's welcome at the facilities. She's not an employee, but she is a welcome there. So he's doubling down. He's dying on this hill because he's coming out and saying, because it makes him look like he's, he got a little egg on his face. He's a little silly for saying that. Now he's doubling down. So there's absolutely a real chance that Bill Belichick never coaches a game at North Carolina. So I love it. It's going to be entertaining following this one because I don't know why this is a hill he's choosing to die on, but he is obsessed with it. Maybe he has credible sources. I don't know. But this one I don't understand. So he says Jordan Hudson actually might have been 19 when she first met Bill Belichick on the plane in 2021, a year younger than previously reported. Then, according to a source, Hudson's birth year on an internal UNC document made her appear a year older. Who cares? Who cares whether she was 19 or 20? First of all, she's of legal age, so we get out of that whole thing. But it's creepy no matter what, whether she was 19 or if she was 20 when they first met. It's still the same amount of creepy. So as long as she's legal age, then we avoid all that real gross stuff. If she was, that's a whole other can of worms that we don't have to go down. But whether she's 19 or 20, who cares? It's all gross. They met at Robert Kraft's massage parlor trying to talk to y'all. Chris Berman. Crazy. Look at that. Chris Berman has signed an extension, multi-year contract extension with ESPN. Through that will take him through ESPN's first Super Bowl in 2027. He will become ESPN's first 50-year talent. I like Chris Berman. Yeah, I like it. Good for him. Proud of him. Good job, Chris. Not looking good for Bengals fans. Trey Hendrickson says there's been zero communication from the Bengals. That's not good. Bengals, what are you doing? Quit fumbling that. We'll get into this. I thought this was interesting. The most expensive wide receiver rooms, kind of telling here. I think we should look at that, then look at the expectation of each of those teams to see if there's a correlation or not. This guy said Washington State has the weirdest college football schedule I've ever seen this upcoming season, and it's true. We got Idaho, San Diego State, North Texas. Then we play the Apple Cup. Then we have Colorado State bye week. Then we play Ole Miss randomly in October. Then we play Virginia, Toledo, then the Beavers, then Louisiana Tech, James Madison, and we play the Beavers again. That is wild. But I'm probably not. I just realized this one's going to be down in Pullman Martin Stadium, Saturday, November 19th. I think I'm going to have to go to that one. I think I may have to go to that game. We will see. We will see. Oh, the Apple Cup's here this year too. Ooh. Oh. Ooh, I'm going to Ron White's the 19th. Maybe we go to Apple Cup after that the next day, make a weekend out of it. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end things there because I'm going to finish cleaning this stuff up. I'm going to get yelled at by the wife, of course. But good show today. We got a lot more to talk about. I didn't even get to everything that I wanted to get to, but it's all right. We got tomorrow. So you guys stay safe out there. I was going to raid, but I got to get this cleaned up, the rest of this cleaned up before I leave. So I didn't forget this time. I just screwed up. My bad. Washington going to have their protesters take over the field at game. They better not in Pullman. They'll get Busch Light thrown at them. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good rest of your day. I'll be back tomorrow morning bright and early, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time as always. But until then, good luck, good gambling, and game on.